See, I'm trying to get like really doing that. I gotta get my items delayed. That shit's stupid. Yeah. I ordered some shit off TikTok and it kept getting delayed. I don't even play like that. Steady ordering shit off the app and it's getting delayed. Which I get it. Like, we about to get a real bad hurricane. But at the same time, like, send my shit out. I'm seeing all these other postal services send their mail out and y'all stay stopping y'all mail. Like, nah.
Watch out, that looks bad news. Look away for even a moment and it's curtains.
Grinding out some Festival of Universe points. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna get caught in the middle of that.
Now you've done it.
Don't want to get caught in the middle of that.
If you let yourselves be defeated, you wouldn't have to suffer.
So we less than a week away from Sparking Zero coming out. It's looking cleaner and cleaner. Well, I watch videos of it. It's looking cleaner and cleaner. We anticipating the drop. We anticipating the drop on it. Everybody geek too.
I won't die. I will kill you someday.
We anticipating the drop on Sparking Zero, man. Everybody is definitely looking forward to it. I'm personally looking forward to it because I missed the last DBZ update, which was Kakarot. And I didn't get it when it first came out, so to be able to pre-order Sparking Zero was just, a blessing in itself. So I'm definitely looking forward to I'm just definitely looking forward to getting on the game and grinding it out, man. Uh, I definitely, I definitely think it looked clean as fuck. I definitely think like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku is gonna be like one of my favorite characters. That's one of the characters I've been looking up a lot. Um, when I go and check the trailers of the game and stuff like that. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is really looking real nasty right now, man. So uh, I think I'm definitely like leaning more towards like that being my lead character that I'm gonna go with, and then uh I probably play around with Ultra Instinct Goku and shit like that. But primarily it look like I'm gonna be running with primarily it look like I'm gonna be running with uh with Super Saiyan 4 Goku if I'm being 100% honest. So uh, definitely looking forward to dropping that content. And yeah, we'll just go from there. But definitely looking forward to dropping that content, man. Um, I hope the game is as good as it looks. Yeah, I seen a couple of things that made it look like it's not gonna be as good as they hyping it up to be, but I could be wrong. Uh, we'll see. It's a couple of things I've seen in the gameplay and the trailers that's kind of just giving off the vibes that it ain't gonna be as good as they, making it out to be. But
An annoying piece of
I could be
trash.
wrong. I've been wrong before,
Now
so
you've done
we'll
it.
see. Um, like I said, I've been wrong before, so we'll just go from off the gameplay itself
This attack is
to see
nothing.
what the game really has to offer. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, to say the least. I can honestly say that. I'm looking forward to it. So, what the game has to offer and what's in store for the DBZ fans.
I'll kill you.
Definitely looking forward to it, to say the least.
You've almost won.
That shit would be good.
No. No.
Because honestly, like everybody looked nice as far as the characters go. Everybody's looking decent as far as like just the character roster and shit like that. Everybody looking real decent. So um, yeah, hopefully the game comes out as good as it looks. Um, that's what I'm hoping the most. I'm hoping that the game comes out as good as it looks. If not, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Uh, we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. So, uh, we'll just go from there. Alright, we in it. That charging ability was trash. I just want to put that out there. So we're gonna go back to burst charge. And right now we just grinded. Um, we just grinding out. I want to play the raid. I'm not gonna cap. I do want to play the raid, but the way some of these guys play, it makes playing the raid annoying as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. The way some of these guys play, it makes the raid like super annoying. Cause like everybody got the same play style, man, and that shit is annoying as fuck. Like so annoying. And like they play style isn't a good one. Like if it was a good play style, it'd be different. But everybody got the same play style. That shit annoying as hell. And I only say it's annoying because like it's such a cheap play style. You know what I mean? Such a cheap play style. Damn, I ain't charged my paper. That sucks. Fit check. Shoes match the hoodie. Fit it right. Fit check. That's not good. That's not good. In case somebody felt like being funny. And my head matched my hoodie and my controller. So fit check. Oh shit. Big as fuck. That girl thicker than two Snickers. Word. 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 Oh, that's cap. Word. 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 Move. 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 Damn, they almost blinded me with all them keep lines. It took you so long. Could have called me around first. Don't want her seeing me. I said you could have called me around her. You don't want her seeing me. What if you just wouldn't have had me? Your mom probably wouldn't know what I was like. I actually know what I look like. You can show her picture for me. And what was her? So good. How did she feel about me? What she feel about me? I'm sure she had an opinion. So what is her opinion on the subject? Who doesn't?
Take this!
You said what? I heard that part. I was thinking what you said.
Take this!
But that's good that she feels like I'm up to real standards. That's like I said. I feel like you're talking to some other dude that only you find attractive. You do like that sometimes.
Take this!
Well, we already know my mom thinks you're the this. Ain't that very good. Yeah, and my mom thinks you're good. My mom definitely approved. My mom actually took it into a little bit more of a deeper detail. We'll save that for when I see it. But my mom definitely thinks you're good at this, to say the least. It was actually my mom who told me to shoot my shot. That's crazy as that. But she didn't see the thing. And us talking on that night that he wasn't trying to be in a relationship. And she asked me, and she was like, "Well, you think she trying to be your woman?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you not see how gorgeous she is?" I'm like, 9 times out of 10, she just probably don't have nobody to talk to. And just like anybody else that I bump into, she enjoys talking to me. I'm like, other than that, I'm like, nah, I'm probably not even her fucking type. My mom's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you something about women. If you ain't a woman's type, the last thing she gonna want from you is conversation. She like, so if she done got attached to talking to you, maybe you should ask her what she wants to be when it comes down to like y'all talking to each other and stuff like that. Have you tried that? And then when I went and said to myself and was playing my game, the shit was bugging the shit out of me because I'm like, I don't think I've asked her that. Like, you know, what are the intentions behind us staying so committed to hearing from each other every day? And that's why I was like, you know what, maybe I should just tell her how I feel. That way, if she don't feel the same way, we can just go from there. And if I gotta tone it down for how much I hit her up on an everyday basis, I just tone it down. But yeah, it was actually my mom's idea to have me kind of go a little bit further in the friendship aspect of it. Because I think like one day she caught me picking my phone up, looking at my phone because the buzz off. And she was like, if you're going to be looking for her like that, if your phone go off, then yeah, I can't see y'all being friends. Or I can't see y'all just staying friends or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's kind of what opened up the door for that. Because she hit the shit right on the head. But that's exactly why I was running on my phone. And she just didn't see the point in it. Cause she was like, ain't no point in you acting like that over her if you just gonna let her end up being with somebody else because you don't want to say nothing. I'm like, yeah, that's a good fucking point. Cause it would have pissed me off. Like if we would have just kept talking, and then I seen you started talking to somebody, I think that shit would have pissed me off to the max. That's why when the one chick kept jumping in my lab trying to conversate with me and shit on the lab, I had to tell her nigga when her nigga was feeling some type of way about it. I'm like, man, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm like, yo, bitch is not the one I want on the app. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like, I get it. Like, y'all going through y'all little rough patch and shit like that, and she probably doing that shit to get under your skin, talking to other niggas and shit like that. Which I felt like that's what it was. You feel what I'm saying? I felt like they was going through something, and she just was using other guys on the app to kind of like piss him off to see if he still gave a fuck if she talked to another guy. Because some women do that goofy shit with their men. Which I feel like that ain't a game you should play, because that ain't gonna do nothing to end up getting somebody hurt. Especially if the guy that you said he talking to is getting attached to you and don't know that that's where your head is. You feel what I'm saying? Don't know that that's your intention, really to just get your man's attention. So that's why I had to tell him, I'm like, man, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm like, if you can ask her, bro, I'm like, she is not the fun I want. Down to women on this app. I'm like, and me and her have had a whole conversation about the chick I want. That's why that day when you came in my lab, motherfucker was like, girl, you better stop playing. He wants you bad as fuck. Like, bad as fuck. And we know this for a fact because we done shot our motherfucking shot at plenty of times. So, yeah, you better jump on that for another motherfucker come in here and try to jump on that. Why he wants you. Because they knew what was up. Yeah, y'all could come in here and get conversation and shit like that, but at the same time, I think I made it pretty clear on who I was. In all honesty, with just being based off of how much I was chasing your ass down from the app to Snapchat. Because I think one chick made a comment about that. She was like, can I add you on Snap? I'm like, nah, that was the point of me telling her to add me on Snap. I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, that's who I want. I ain't got to, have you send yourself off to think, I'm looking for, anything other than that. That right there is exactly what I want. Trust me when I say it. That right there is exactly what I want. And she know it. She just, trying to figure out if it's worth her time or not. That's all. She know I want her, so we ain't even got to do all of the extra shit. Cause no, what I'm not gonna do is have her come tell me she feel the same way, and I'm talking to one of you raggedy bitches. Like hell no. That's what we not gonna do. Then she be like, oh, I'm good. Cause like no. Good on that shit. I would've got caught in that shit. That's like one of the kids around the house here asked me, he was like, why you got a ring though? I'm like, I got a wife. I'm like, nah, your mommy somebody's wife. I'm like, I got a wife, we just not married yet. He like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I got a wife. I'm like, y'all didn't think I wanted a wife too? I had a chick ask me that at work. She was like, Joe, you knew? I'm like, not that. She's like, oh, because I be seeing the ring on your finger and shit. On top of you being so quiet half of the time when you be at work, I figured I'd ask. I'm like, nah, you good. I'm like, ain't no harm in asking. I ready you asking or something. Shit. She like, yeah. She like, I figured I'd ask. She's like, cause, you know, you be so quiet at work. Yeah. She like, well. She like, you look like the type. I'm like, I am. I don't need more than one bitch. Never have. I always been like that. I ain't never felt like, you're welcome. I ain't never felt like I needed more than one. Never. I ain't never been that type of dude in general. And I ain't never hung out with guys that was like that. Because guys like that don't do nothing but try to convince you to cheat on your girl while y'all out all the time. Never fail. Never do this. And that's why I like just stop hanging out with guys, because if that's all y'all gonna want to do is like put me in a position to where I could potentially, you know, cheat on my woman, then no, I'm good. Especially when you already see how crazy I am about my woman. Like, but you don't have it. But you don't add up at all. I don't even want to be around niggas like that. Because it'd be a motherfucker that's constantly trying to convince you to go out all the time and do shit with bitches on the side that'd be the first one to try to talk to your girl when y'all break up. That's why I be telling niggas, like, pay attention to the company you keep. Because it'd be that homie of yours that was, oh, this is why niggas be trying to kill each other over females. It ain't got shit to do with the female. It's the principle of a motherfucker trying to like encourage you to be unfaithful to your woman, and the next thing you know, that be a motherfucker that's trying to talk to her behind your back. Niggas is like, the shit. Real talk. And that's why I be telling guys all the time, pay attention to the company you keep. That's why when old girl posted the video of like her man best friend trying to talk to him, trying to talk to her like after they put him in the ground. I'm like, y'all all trying to sit up and get down on the guy. I'm like, why did she take the money from him when he was like, baby, I can take care of you, woo, 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 that nigga was working for me. If you wasn't gonna entertain this man at all, you should have took nothing from him. You should have just left it at, I can't believe you trying to talk to me. We just put my man in the ground, etc., etc. It should have been left at that. You shouldn't have took no money from him or none of that. Y'all sitting up talking about, oh, he bogus, woo, 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 he wild as, she wild as hell, because the moment he came to her with that conversation, she was supposed to shut it down and leave it alone. Both of y'all got that man rolling over in his grave. Because at the end of the day, when he said, what you want, what you need, I got you, woo, woo, woo. When he pulled that money out and tried to hand it to you, you was supposed to be like, no, I'm good, I'm straight. You was supposed to be like, no, I'm good. And I'm sure your man told you that shit before he went in the ground. Don't take nothing from a nigga if you ain't got no intentions on giving him no time, period. Once that nigga got to pulling that money out his pocket, you was supposed to be like, no, I'm good. It ain't even about that. It's the principle. We just put my man in the ground and you asking me to be with you, like, nah. Whole time be a motherfucker that got your man set up to get killed. And now this nigga in your face. Now you accepting something from the same nigga that got your nigga killed. So that's why I say you can't really just put it on the nigga. Because at the end of the day, the moment that nigga offered you that motherfucking money, you was supposed to been like, no, I'm good. You was supposed to immediately been like, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm straight. But instead, you accepted the money. Nah. You was supposed to tell him to put that shit back in his pocket. Because now he feel like he can buy you. So that's disrespectful to you. Because you just made a nigga feel like he can buy you. At the end of the day, you was supposed to be like, no, I'm good. Put that shit back in your pocket. And respect my man. And pull it off. Whole time you got your phone out recording this man, making him think you taking pictures of him. but you recording the whole thing. That's why I don't trust no nigga or no bitch. Big facts. Your ass to be in the ground, watching your girl disrespect the shit out of you. It ain't even that deep. This is why niggas tell they women, when a nigga say something to you, shut that shit down immediately. That way, if it go any further than that, how I handle the situation is justified. But I'm not gonna walk up and check a nigga over being in your face, and then a nigga be like, oh, well, she could have politely told me, like, no, I'm good, woo, 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 I'd have left it at that. She was giving me conversation like she wanted to talk to me. So yeah. That's why I tell people, watch the company you keep, man. I almost had to whoop one of my homies over that shit. I had to give him a reality check. Bitch came and told me something, he said. And it's like I told him, at the end of the day, if you wouldn't have opened your mouth around that bitch, she wouldn't have been able to come tell me nothing about nothing you supposedly said. Because at the end of the day, the bitch didn't know me. Because I don't know the bitch. So, for her to come tell me you said something, I know you had a conversation with her because she shouldn't even know who I am, bro. Real talk. If you want to talk to a chick, that's fine, talk to her, but don't mention my name while you talking to her. Because why you mentioning it? Unless you want some hating shit. I called his ass right out in front of my guy. We was all kicking it. And the shit was irritating me. Cause I'm like, this nigga just having a good old time. My homie like, what you mean? I'm like, boy, he was talking about me, you, and cuz to this bitch. Nah, you lying. I showed him the text message. I'm like, gee, this bitch shouldn't even know me. Real talk. I'm like, this bitch shouldn't know nothing about me, shouldn't know who I hang with, or none of that, where I be at, or none of that, G. I'm like, he's sitting up, pillow talking to this bitch, bro. I'm like, and I'm not feeling that shit. I'm not. And I kind of want to beat his ass. He like, nah, G, don't get on that. I'm like, nah, G, cause y'all always saying don't get on that, but yet again, a motherfucker around us moving foul, bro, and I'm not a fan of that shit. And y'all know I'm not a fan of that shit. I'm like, and then y'all be the first one saying, nah, bro, don't get on that. Woo, woo, woo. Like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Cause I'm sick of having this conversation with niggas. Again, if you want to talk to a chick, talk to her. That don't have nothing to do with nobody you kicking with or none of that. Don't mention us. Why are you mentioning us to this bitch? For what? What reason did you have to mention any of us to her? What reason did you have? You didn't. You didn't have a fucking reason to mention us, bro. So no, keep my name out your mouth when you're talking to any bitch. Or I'm gonna beat your ass the next time a bitch come tell me you said something. I'm not even gonna come ask you about it. I'm just gonna beat your ass. Real shit. Cause I don't know where you come from if that shit's okay. But where we come from, nah. Ain't nobody finna play that game with your ass. Cause you running your mouth to this bitch about us for what? And then what if this bitch would've wanted to try to get smart and set us up or some shit like that, have some motherfuckers come slide through this bitch on us, then what? Your goofy ass would have been the reason we was in the jam. Real talk. Your goofy ass would have been the reason we was in the jam. Motherfuckers sliding through this bitch thinking they can play with us like that, all because you running your mouth to this bitch because you like her. No, bro. Keep my name and keep the guy's name out your mouth when you talking to bitches. Say y'all ass get set up and get killed. Cause y'all run y'all mouth to bitches too much. Thinking these bitches fuck with y'all when in reality they trying to get information out of y'all for another nigga. That type of shit happens in Chicago. Where a bitch will make a nigga think she want him just to get some information or locations out of the nigga for a nigga she fuck with. Won't be me. I don't feel like that at all. Cause I remember when one chick tried to start buying weed from me, I had to tell her ass like, hey look, if that nigga Dre sending you over here to like pay attention to what I'm doing, he gonna get you and him killed. I'm like, so please don't let him allow you to think you can play with me at all. I'm like, cause I don't give a fuck about you being a female cause you know better. So do not let him put you in a position like that. Cause he ain't gonna do nothing to get you out of it. I promise you he not. He not gonna do nothing to help you out of that situation. And I'm not gonna play with you. I promise you I'm not gonna play with you. Cause I don't play with nobody that threatened my life. I ain't never been the type. I done paid my dues. I done did my time. That's why I just stay away from people at this point. At this point, like, I just want some peace. To come behind all the shit I've been through and put up with in life. That's it. And honestly, I feel like you'd be the perfect piece for me. If I'm being 100% honest. I felt like that the moment I saw you, and I've never felt that for somebody before. So if you ever sit down and you ask yourself, you know, why you? Because when I first saw you, that's how I felt. I felt like that if I was going to get peace from anywhere, I could get it from you. So that's what kind of had me glued on you. Because for some reason, when I looked at you, it was so much peace that came from seeing how beautiful you were. I don't know why, but it was so much peace that came from that shit. And I was just like, it's got to be who I'm supposed to be with. It has to be. Nothing else can explain that feeling. Nothing else could possibly explain that feeling for me. If that wasn't the case. So that's why I felt the way I felt about you. The way I felt as far as feeling like you were supposed to be mine. If you were going to be with me. And it was one of the weirdest feelings I felt because I wasn't used to it. I was always used to somebody wanting me. I never got to experience wanting somebody. I never got that privilege before being locked up because I was a loner. And the only motherfuckers I kept around me are kill or die for me. So that's why I say what you got to understand with you, it was something totally different. It was a brand new experience, to say the least. And I enjoyed every bit of the way it made me feel. So you don't have to sit and question, like, you know, why is he like that about me? It's like he just crazy about me. Yeah, that's a very special feeling to be able to give a man, because it's once you have that feeling as a man, once you have that feeling once and you lose it, it's extremely hard to trust it again. Especially if the first time it damn near broke you or broke you. As a man, once you've had that feeling, it's impossible to try to refill it a second time. Because it never works out that way. It never works out that way. You end up getting shitted on repeatedly.
We have nice new items
until you just get to the point where you just don't want to be bothered by nobody. And you're in your right to. You're in your right to not want to be bothered by anybody. And nobody can tell you you're wrong for wanting it to be that way. Nobody can tell you you're wrong for that. So that's why when a lot of people be like, you know, Everybody fuck with you, but you move so low dolo. They be like that at the job too. I had posted a couple of my homies playing around in the trucks and shit while we was at work. And I'm like, these motherfuckers some creeps. And a motherfucker went under the post and was like, yo, it look like, hey, motherfucker, you be around little you. I'm like, shit, I'm just a decent person. I'm like, I don't try to be nothing for nobody. I am who I am. You can either accept that or, you know, choose not to be bothered with me. That's always an option. You can always choose to not be bothered by me, not be around me, not talk to me, etc. And I have those same options. So, yeah. When you bump into somebody that you just can't help but to want to keep up with, there's always something in you that's going to make you want to chase that feeling. I want to be the only person that gives you that feeling to want to do that. That was the whole reason behind me, you know, asking you to be with me. It wasn't to be selfish. It wasn't to, you know, take you away from the world of being able to bump into somebody who makes you happy. No. I'm not that selfish. I would never just take somebody off the market to take them off the market. No, that was never the case. I really wanted it when I saw it. The feeling you gave me. I really wanted that on an everyday basis. Otherwise, I would have left you alone. I would have left it at a friendship. Because you already looked it way too fucking pretty to me. So, yeah, I would have definitely left it on a friendship basis if the feeling wasn't mutual. But that's what made me feel that way. Because for some reason, I don't know, I just felt so calm and relaxed when I saw you and talked to you. And I was like, I would love to have that for myself. And that's, you know, in my opinion, I was like, I'm sure any man would. The way she looks, like, Jesus Christ. That's like literally the first thing that comes to mind when you look at you. If you're a man. That's like if we'd have bumped into each other in person versus via the internet. I probably would have still been my same reaction. I'd have been like, damn, Jesus. She pretty as fuck. I probably would have said it to the person next to me like, damn, she pretty as fuck. And 9 times out of 10, I probably would have walked up on you and said something to you. Same difference. So that's why I really don't, you feel what I'm saying? I really don't be paying business no attention. If I'm being honest. Like, I see other women all the time. But at the same time, like, not everybody can give you that feeling at all. Not everybody. You can kick it with a motherfucker, hang with a motherfucker on a regular basis, and not get that feeling from it. That's why most family members don't fuck with each other, because it was a feeling they used to get from being around each other, and after a while, that feeling just went away. They no longer had that feeling, or it could have been some shit that went on between them that fucked the bond up and made that feeling go away. So it's the same difference. Same thing with me having guys that I grew up around and was in the streets with, etc., etc. Had whole bonds with. I could walk past some niggas and not say shit to them, and they're respected. But that's just based off of the events that occurred throughout the time that we knew each other. Because I'm the type of person, once you do some shit I don't like or I'm not comfortable around, I don't want your ass around me, and you can take it how you want to take it. That's just me. So either a motherfucker gonna respect it or I'm gonna whoop you every time I see you. I don't get two fucks. I really don't. So, you know, once you get locked up and you spend that much time away, yeah, you clean your mental up. You try not to even think like that. You want something better. You want something that's a little more calm, a little more relaxed. So when you see that in a person, yeah, hell yeah, you want it. Can't nobody tell me they don't. Just, you happen to come with some icing on the cake. That's it, that's all. So that's where the obsession comes from. That the other little specific details definitely like the icing on top of any cake that a man could ask for. No lie. So, I mean, yeah, I definitely look forward to having that privilege. So, that's what's gonna have me stuck. You know, if you ever sit and question yourself on why you ain't gotta worry about me going on, but that's just gonna have me stuck. If I'm being 100% honest, that's like to have you stuck on the person. Especially when it's like that, proof. Flashbacks of it after you do it, like it hit different. It's the essence of, really falling for a person. You know what I mean? Because when you fall for a person the right way, the whole relationship is you trying to get lost in it. So it's always going to be more that comes out of it if you got a solid foundation. That's kind of why shit is so difficult between us, because we have a solid foundation, but it is still a bit rough. Because there's still parts of you that's still trying to figure it out based off of the opinion that you have of yourself. You question a lot when it comes to me, and that's fine. I'm gonna coach you out of it, but I'm not gonna force you out of it either. I know what the problem is. I pay very close attention to every little detail. Even if it look like I pay very close attention. So I know exactly what the problem is. You have this viewpoint of yourself that you're used to, or that you came from, that kind of makes you a bit iffy on if, you're who I should be stuck with, I'm gonna say that. Or why I would choose to be stuck with you. Because of this little opinion that you got of yourself, the view of yourself you got. Which I feel like I've seen you with some of the pictures you sent me. I feel like I've seen where your insecurities was at. I feel like I've seen it. And honestly, I don't feel like it's as much of a big deal that you're, looking at it from the viewpoint. I don't think it's that much. It may be to you though. So that's why I could never set that to be what it is. You know what I mean? Because you could really feel like that about yourself. Me personally, no, I don't see it at all. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it at all. And then not only that, just being good to you and dressing you up the way I want to is what's going to be even more of a turn on for me too. If I'm being 100% honest. That's what's going to be a big turn on for me too, because I get to mold you into this woman you're about to become. I get to pour into that. And what more could you ask for as a man to be what, comes out of your woman becoming a woman? Want to be the product of that. Like, hell you. It's just, the way a man looks at things is a lot different. That's all. Because men and women are so different, but so alike at the same time. I got you, Millie Rock. You over there getting gang banged. I think one of them just came and found me, so it's cool. I was gonna come over there and do shit. I'm not trying to be caught in that shit. But yeah, I be paying attention. I understand everything. But nah, when it comes to me, you don't have to feel like that. And I try to get you to understand it in some way. But you don't make it easy. At all. Not all the time. I ain't gonna say it like it's like that all the time, but you definitely don't make it easy. That's why I tell you all the time, I don't think we looking at it from the same point of view. It can't be. Ain't no way. Because in the areas you still have insecurities, I'm flabbergasted by it. I just be trying to figure out how. I know you looking at these places. You got to be still on this. So, because of my attitude, you're so good, it makes me question whether or not if, you know, I should be good enough. That's how gorgeous you are to me. I spend more time thinking about that than thinking about, you know, it being me that does something that gets you to run the fuck off. My mind never is in that area. I'm always in the area of this chick so motherfucking good. I just want every nigga. I mean, yeah, but you never ask me. And then when you do ask, no, I don't. I have no reason to get upset if I see you not gonna do it on your own. I used to get mad because that was around the time where, again, we officially agreed to, be in a relationship together. But once we got into a relationship, I just submitted to the fact that okay, I'm gonna have to have her ask me when she want to talk, if I could talk. And you do, but the time is always bad because you wait so long to do it. So I'm at work majority of the time. When you think about calling me, then I knew that was the case because you actually give. That's what used to throw me off about it. You getting mad when you see me posting something of me at work when I probably posted that shit hours on a break that I tried to contact you on. That's what used to throw me off. She dead ass sitting here talking about me posting me at work, which I'm posting that shit so she can see it. Cause she always sleep on my breaks and just happen to wake up from being asleep when I'm back at work, just coming off my breaks. You always hit it around the same time, but I never tripped on it. Didn't have no reason to. I did. It pissed me